Tech and tea, and gaming. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am back. It's just me this time, though. We're not going to have Kyle, unfortunately, for these, but it was so fun to have him for the early Breath of the Wild. The first, hour and a half or so of that gameplay, it was super fun to have him there. And if you liked our conversations, trust me, we like them too. I've been asking Kyle if he's been watching those few episodes, and he's been having a blast with them, so have I. So I do want to continue playing Breath of the Wild for you guys, but I'm going to do it a little bit unorthodox. So I want to be able to play it on my own and be able to do stuff, and I'm going to do my best to just explore when I'm playing on my own and be able to do side quests for the most part. And then when I want to actually advance the story a lot more, and that might be when I come back and actually play it for you guys. But with that in mind, I did want to jump into the album because if there's one thing I made sure to do, it was to get pictures of all the stuff that I did so I can recap for you guys what has gone on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. There's a ton. So let's start off at the beginning. One of the main things I kept doing was I was always trying to get more hearts, more spirit orbs, I should say, so I can get more hearts and stamina. So that's what we're seeing here. And I got to a couple more towers. Much of the map has been a little bit better, a little bit better filled in at this point. I have a number of sections filled in, so I can run around the map a lot more, even though I haven't actually gone to the actual areas where the story progresses. There are a lot of people that I have to see in order to continue the main quest. And of course, seeing those people will send me over to all of the new enemies that are available after I met up with Impa, which should be next. I found a bunch of Koroks. And then, this was an interesting battle because I was having such a hard time. Actually, with this one, it wasn't too bad. But there was one shrine that was a lot like this that I was having a lot of trouble with because all of my weapons, literally every single one of them would break before I could kill it, and it was really frustrating. However, I was able to eventually defeat it, but in this particular shrine, it finally taught me the thing that I knew existed, but I couldn't figure out how to do, and that was dodge. So thank God for dodging, because really cool things like the rush happen, and man, that has just completely changed combat in this game. It's so much more fun and so much more fluid in the sense that I can actually stand a chance when I'm a little bit more nimble on my feet. So, like I said, I met up with Impa, and Impa is in Kakariko Village, and Paya here, who's like the shyest girl ever, is always going to have like that pose there. So she's always going to be ashamed to be right in front of me, and every time I actually approach her. All right, just had to fix the microphone there. Now, Impa, who is 100+ years old at this point. If you remember any of the other games, I only remember Zelda Ocarina of Time, so of course when I think of Impa, it's a completely different person. But if this is in the same universe as Ocarina of Time, wow, she is really old now. And of course, she tells you about what happened to you 100 years earlier, and you have to take sort of an oath. This is what really progresses the story and gets the meat of the game started. So I learned about how 100 years ago, a warrior and a princess both fought Ganon, and that ended up being the battle. Unfortunately, Ganon came back, it took over Hyrule, and is now slowly leeching away at Hyrule Castle. Zelda continues to fight Ganon from the castle using her powers, and that's the voice that I keep hearing. This I also thought was going to make for a really nice wallpaper. Anyway, there's a lot of updates. I did find the Great Fairy Fountain, and I give it 100 rupees in order for that to happen, and then I get an upgrade to my armor. Hylian Hood. The Blood Moon thing kind of annoys me because I spend so much time trying to defeat all of these monsters, but every time the Blood Moon occurs, all of those monsters just come right back. That's really annoying. So a bunch more shrines, a couple of puzzles that led me to some really good equipment like this climber's bandana, and then more Koroks. I thought this was really cute, running around the flowers, and the person gets really mad at you if you step on the flowers or destroy them in any which way. And there are some side quests that I still don't know exactly how to approach them. Shrine quests, like these people trying to tell me that there are shrines that I could find, but I haven't been able to decode those yet. Let's see. I do make it to this village, Hateno, where I got my clothes dyed. I thought this one was pretty funny because the Prima, who is the innkeeper at the Hateno village. If you go behind the counter and talk to her for one of the side quests, she obviously gets annoyed at all of the advances. This was really frustrating. I was playing this on the Switch with the Joy-Cons connected to it, and I was trying my best to use it with the motion controls. You can't not use the motion controls for this. So it was really frustrating every time I would get the orb to just fall. It wasn't going the way I wanted. And if I got it to the end and I didn't flick it just right, it didn't hit that platform on the left. It got really annoying. Progressing the story some more, we have the Hateno Tech Lab, where I meet up with Pura, who's actually, like, just really old, but her experiment made her 6 years old in appearance, which was pretty hilarious. And for all of these here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut in Kyle's little sound every time we see one of these. So, okay, there we go. Climbed a few more towers, got some great landscapes, and of course, and then fought this big guy, Hinox, and much like, I find it funny that one of the tropes in a lot of the Ocarina of Time and, one of the tropes in a lot of the Zelda games in general that they make painfully obvious is that the weak spot is always going to be in the eye. That makes a lot of sense in a lot of games and in real life, of course. But I love that it's not only a trope in this game, it's not really in your face. Like, it's kind of an obvious thing and you want to go for it just because it's a smart thing to do, not because the game is trying to make it so painfully just obvious for you. Like that one monster that had the eyeball that took up like half the screen almost, and that was what you had to shoot. So defeated Hinox, and this was where I had a lot of trouble. I was trying to defeat this robot here, that I had to paraglide because the laser creates a wind pattern that I can float above. But all of the goblins or the bokoblins that are in here were actually a lot tougher for me than I expected. But I needed their weapons because it would last longer when I came over to the shrine and fought this robot. So none of my weapons, or rather, I could still have weapons once the battle was over because all of my weapons would break when I would go in there without fighting these guys. So that happened a lot is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so, yep, I did upgrade my stamina. Got some hearts. Blood moons kept happening. And I was upgrading the runes in the, I was upgrading the runes inside of the what's it called again? The Sheikah Slate at the Hateno Tech Lab. All right, scooping out some orbs to get them in. And this was when hints of what I should be doing next were happening. Some of the Zora, these fish-like people, were contacting me so much, and they were telling me that I should be heading over to see the prince. There we go. Even when I climbed one of the towers, there was one of them. I found a Hylian! Hylian, whatever the case may be. Let's see. More Koroks. I was trying to scale a mountain, at which I finally found the shrine that was encased inside of the mountain, and of course, more Koroks. This puzzle was interesting because I had to match two different shrines together depending on where those orbs were. And here's a quick look at what my map looks like. So I have a number of places already filled in, and you can see I've been to a lot of shrines, guys. I'm trying my best to just enjoy the game on my own, but when the story is going to progress, that's when we're going to have videos like this so that I can give you more to enjoy. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give you that update, and then I'm going to pop into the game. Oh, actually, there's a little bit more here. I did a memory, so I finally found one of the spots. It's a little bit tough to actually find all the little spots because inside of the Sheikah Slate there are 12 different memories that are called back via pictures that you took with the slate, and you have to go to those locations, and then you'll be able to regain some of your memory based upon what happened at that place. So here I was training, or Link rather was training, and Zelda was just thinking about what life would have been if they weren't in this particular world with the type of roles that they have. And there you go. He's like, the memory. So I tried to get more clothes dyed, but this Hyrule, this garb, rather, the top is made for a a Hylian, so it has to be that color for whatever reasons. But it was for the Royal Guard or something like that. Fought another boss, and there was an obvious place where to hit that that monster, in order to make it fall so that I can just wail on it with my swords. And I continue looking for more shrines. And this is kind of where I left off. One of the side quests wanted me to go to this place called Akala, and when I found this sign, I was like, oh, I can go there. Unfortunately, I was running into a lot of trouble when I got there. So met up with a couple of people. You can kind of see where I am up on the north part of that, and there's an X there because I kept dying. There is a guardian that is there that keeps wrecking my shit. All right, so hopefully that's a good update for you guys. Like I said, I'm trying my best to continue playing this game on my own so I can enjoy it. And whenever I sit down to actually play the game for you guys, it's hopefully going to be when a pivotal part of the game is about to come. I won't be able to do it every single time. It's not like I'm going to wait for the game it's not like I'm going to wait to record to be able to progress in the game. But at least I'll do my best to take these pictures to give you guys an update as to where I am. So those are all of the updates. So I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the game and let's continue our playthrough. I can get started for the next like maybe 5 minutes before I call it on this one. So I picked up a couple of interesting weapons, including this Bokoblin arm that works a lot like a greatsword. Now, if I keep going this way, I'm going to be fighting one of the guardians and I have to keep shooting it in the eye, hopefully to the point where I'd be able to get it to topple over and I could wail on it with my guardian sword. Not easy by any stretch of the imagination, because you have to be quite accurate getting it in the eye in order to get it to stop like targeting you with its laser. And that laser is a one-hit kill. So I'm going to give it a try right now. This is what we're going to focus on doing here on this playthrough, is just defeating this damn guardian. And the other thing too is the other guardians are easy to fight that I already fought earlier in the game because they were stationary. They were not oops, that was a mistake. They were not moving around like this. This is a full guardian that has let me count that. I think that's 6 legs or something like that. So I'm going to try my best, but if I die, I might just move on to do something else. Plus there's a shrine nearby, so that's kind of important. There you go. There you go. That's what you want. Alright, not so bad. Yes. We're in good shape so far. I'm doing a lot better this time because I'm using the targeting in order to make sure I'm hitting in the right direction. Alright, let's continue. Oh, I cut some of its legs off! That's perfect! Oh, that's awesome. Bam! Yes. I gotta move on to a more powerful weapon. Let's go for the boot. Well, no, I don't want the moblin. Well, the moblin arm, I should say, is a little bit more powerful than what I was using. But this is a one-handed weapon, and that's what I want to stick to, at least for now. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yes! I love that I cut some of its legs off! That's the best! So it's not going to topple over anymore because there's no reason for it to. Alright, cut those legs off. Oh, this is like great attention to detail here. Yes! Oh, that was so close. Yes! Oh, that was awesome. Oh, that felt good. Do I get a core? How do you get ancient cores? I mean, those were a lot of parts, and these are the parts that you need in order to upgrade the different runes. So, for example, if I show you here, I got upgrades to the bombs. I got an upgrade to, I believe it was it Magnesis or was it? It might have been Magnesis. I'm trying to think, but I did get an upgrade to the bomb, which was great. And I got an upgrade to the camera as well, but that was part of the storyline. That was part of the main quest. Guess I'll run around a little bit more. Actually, I should. Come on, boy. By the way, in regards to the horses, what I have decided to do, and it's a little bit silly, is since there are so many horses and I might end up trying to get a lot of them just to see if I can get the best possible horse for myself, I'm just making it easy on myself and naming them three-letter names. So this one's Be. B-E-H. Be. The first one that I got only had 2 of these spur hits, and I named it Yee. Y-E-E. Oh, that felt great to be able to do that, because... Whoa, that's not what you want. Yeah, it felt great to do that, because you could see that red X down there on the bottom. I kept dying with that thing. It was like the third time fourth, I think? The fourth time that I attempted that. So the shrine is not below us, it is up there somewhat. So I do have to go around. So let's see if we can get over to that shrine, and then we can go from there. Nice. A lot of games coming out for the Nintendo Switch in a little bit. I do know that Sonic Mania is coming out, and I'm gonna try my best to actually play it later tonight if I can, if I'm around. Okay, let me just kill these guys real quick. Actually, I could just blast past. Why not? There we go. If I'm around tonight at 10 p.m., which is when I think the game will be coming out. Oh shit. Frick. Oh my god. It like kamikazed me. That's nuts. Okay, let's eat one of these. I also cooked a lot of stuff. Alright. Frickin' frick. Oh, where did my boomerang go? Oh, where did my boomerang go? Oh, I guess it broke in that monster. Okay. Let's get a move on. No, don't touch. Do not touch the fiery things. I just want to get to the shrine. Actually, this herb might be good for heat retardant. Increases your cold resistance when... Oh, okay, it increases cold resistance. Ooh, maybe I can get to that tower, too. I can fill in this part of the map. So that part has a real Assassin's Creed-like feel to it, and I do quite like it. Let's loot this guy real quick. Oh, not there. Alright, everything got burned. Oh. Got a sign. Let's see what it'll be. Alright. Death Mountain Marker 2, Goron City Head. Heat level is a star. Non-Gorons use extreme caution. Sweet. So... now that I have a vantage point, let me see if I can find that shrine. Oh, snap. It's a big one. Better use something good. Broadsword. Oh yeah, I keep doing that. Oh, I keep doing that. I should probably lock onto it and then, dodge away when that explosion happens. Whoa! Goron artisans use recycled metal to forge this weapon. The tip is made from an old excavation bore, which affords it unmatched piercing abilities. Oh, it's like a... is it like a spear? Oh, it's a spear. Okay, spears are my favorite weapons in this game. Like, hands down. Even though I don't have... even though I wouldn't have any shield protection because of it. It's a two-handed weapon after all. That's fine. Like, I'm totally cool with that. So I'm trying to find a shrine that should be somewhere in this direction. At least I thought it was somewhere in that direction. Unless it's over there. I guess not. I'm gonna have to go back to that area and see where it is. Alright, well that's fine. Let's get over to Goron City and then I will advance the story in the next one. Or maybe I'll just go to this tower and then I'll make my way to Goron City. That's not what you want. Okay, there should be another button for break. I'm just saying. Or going whoa. Okay, well, I guess you're not coming with me, bae. Alright. It's time to get heated up. I bought some elixirs, so I gotta make my way up there pretty quickly. Oh yeah, no kidding, look at this. Is the heat on yet? Oh, the heat's about to be on. Yep, that's the one. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're gonna go ahead and leave that off for now. I'm just going to get back down here because once I get that elixir, I can't be stopping. So if I get that elixir, I'm going to have like 6 minutes to like get somewhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it on this one. Thanks for listening to the breakdown of the update. I'll try to do a better job of doing it quickly next time, maybe like a 5-minute check-in. But yeah, that's definitely one I want to be able to do so that you guys are kind of caught up with the story of the game. Essentially, Ganon is back. He took control of all of the Guardians and also the Divine Beasts, which you will see a little bit more of once I get to Goron City. And I'm just going to Goron City right now. It just happens to be where I am. I'm not going to do them in any particular order. So let's see what happens when I go to Goron City first, because it's going to be a little bit like Ocarina of Time. Oh crap, there's another Guardian over there. Frick. Alright, well, I guess I'm just going to have to fight that one when the time comes, and hopefully it won't take up too much time when I'm using my fire elixirs. But in any case, look forward to all of that. There's plenty to do in this game, so you're going to get some content from this game anyway. So until then, until the next one, when we pick it up, enjoy your tea, everybody.